Today, I want to talk to you about something that doesn't always make the headlines. It doesn't shout for attention. It doesn't always win individual trophies. But it's the very force that makes dreams possible, that turns visions into realities, and that carries us forward even when the road gets hard. I want to talk about teamwork, not just as a strategy, but as a power. A quiet, relentless power that changes everything. You see, in a world obsessed with individuality, with me, my brand, my success, my goals, we often forget that none of us truly rise alone. The myth of the self-made person is just that, a myth. Behind every great achievement is a team. Behind every victory, someone passed the ball. Behind every success, someone showed up early, stayed late, encouraged, challenged, corrected, or simply walked beside us when we couldn't walk alone. Teamwork is the soul of progress. Let me take you back to a story, a true one. It's the story of the 1992 Summer Olympics in Barcelona. In the men's 400-meter semifinal, a British athlete named Derek Redmond took to the track with one goal: to reach the final. He had trained his whole life for that moment. As the race began, he surged forward, full of hope and purpose. But midway through, disaster struck. He tore his hamstring. His body crumpled. The pain was visible, not just physical, but the heartbreak of years of training slipping away in seconds. And then something happened. Derek got up. Limping, stumbling, crying, he began to finish the race. And out of nowhere, a man ran from the crowd, dodging security. It was his father. Jim Redmond wrapped his arms around his son and said, "We're going to finish this together." And they did. That image, father and son, arm in arm, finishing the race not for gold, but for glory of a different kind, that is teamwork. Not just in sport, but in life. Because sometimes, success isn't crossing the finish line first. Sometimes, success is simply having someone help you cross it at all. Teamwork is more than just collaboration. It's more than sitting around a table or brainstorming ideas. It's the deep recognition that we are stronger together than we ever are apart. A team is a promise that when I fall, you'll catch me. That when you're tired, I'll carry more. That when the world says, you can't, we will say, we will. But it's not always easy. Teamwork is messy. It means disagreements. It means putting aside ego. It means listening more than talking. It means giving credit away when you'd rather keep it. It means trusting people even when you're afraid they might let you down. But here's the truth. Every great story of triumph, in sports, in business, in science, in war, in love, is a story of people united by purpose, bonded by trust, and committed to something greater than themselves. Think of NASA's Apollo 13 mission. When the spacecraft suffered a critical failure, it wasn't one genius who saved the astronauts. It was a team of engineers, scientists, and technicians who stayed up night after night, solving problem after problem, using only what was available on board. They didn't compete, they collaborated. And their teamwork brought 3 men home. Think of Martin Luther King Jr. Yes, he was a powerful voice. But around him was a team of organizers, pastors, students, and activists, many of whom remain nameless in history, yet whose combined effort built a movement that reshaped the world. And then, think about your own life. Who helped you become who you are? A parent, a teacher, a coach, a friend, a colleague who believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself. None of us walk alone, even when we feel like we do. Whether you're a student, an entrepreneur, a leader, a frontline worker, or an artist, whatever your role, you are part of someone's team. And someone is part of yours. When we understand this, when we embrace this, the world changes. The burden gets lighter. The goals get closer. The joy gets deeper. We start lifting each other instead of comparing ourselves to one another. We start recognizing that my win is your win. Your success is our success. And we begin to build communities, not just companies. Families, not just organizations. Movements, not just moments. What makes a great team? What does it take? 1. Trust. Without trust, teamwork collapses. Trust that we have each other's back. Trust that we can speak openly, fail honestly, and try bravely. 2. Communication. Great teams talk, not just to be heard, but to understand. They listen. They clarify. They check in. 3. Diversity. The best teams don't all think the same. They bring different strengths, perspectives, and experiences. That diversity isn't a weakness, it's the engine of innovation. 4. Shared purpose. A common goal unites. It gives meaning to the struggle and energy to the effort. 5. Empathy. To feel with someone. To recognize that behind every teammate is a life, a story, a set of hopes and fears. When we lead with empathy, we build bonds that are unbreakable. The cost of going alone. You can go fast alone, they say, but you go far together. Going alone might seem noble, but it's often lonely. It's brittle. One storm, one slip, and the whole thing can collapse. But a team, a real team, a team holds. A team weathers the storm. A team adapts, supports, regroups, and rises together. Even in nature, we see this truth. Birds fly in V formations because it reduces wind resistance. They take turns leading. Wolves hunt in packs. Trees in forests share nutrients underground. Nature itself understands what we so often forget. We thrive in connection. So here's my challenge to you, whether you lead a team or you're part of one. Be the teammate you wish you had. Be the encourager. Be the one who shares the credit. Be the one who checks in when someone's struggling. Be the one who admits mistakes and learns from them. Be the one who celebrates others loudly and yourself quietly. Because here's the magic. When everyone focuses on making each other better, the whole team rises. And that's when extraordinary things happen. That's when underdogs win championships. That's when small businesses change industries. That's when families heal. That's when communities transform. And that's when people, ordinary people like you and me, do the extraordinary. As I close, let me remind you of this. We were never meant to do life alone. In our deepest struggles and our greatest triumphs, what we long for isn't applause, it's connection. It's to know that someone saw us, stood with us, and believed in us. That's the power of teamwork. It's not just about finishing the race, it's about how we finish it. And when we finish it together, hand in hand, heart with heart, that's when we truly win. Thank you.